episode 8.
Oh, man.
Yes. And as you can see, we're short a few, but whatever, it is what it is. Y'all know how we rock. We here for y'all, for the people. We're gonna get right into it. Some unfortunate events happened this past week with something that was way too close to home to us out here in Chico, California. Out in Corning, we had this man named Kevin Neal who went on a rampage, shooting fucking everything in sight at 7 different locations, killing 5 people, injuring 14 people, and he ended up going to a school, elementary school, and shooting at the elementary school. A 5-year-old kid got shot, is gonna live, but it's just a tragic event. And then the man, you know, he ended up crashing. And then the cops, he ended up getting a shootout with the cops, and they shot him down and killed him. And as it was crazy, I was looking at something his mom was saying, how the 2 days before, he called his mom and he was like, it's all over now. I'm at the edge of the cliff and there's no coming back. And if you see his mugshot, you're like, yo, this fucking man looks fucking crazy off his rocker. So yeah, man, unfortunate events, but touch a lot on that. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
For me, man, that shit, like you said, is so close to home. Like Corning, man, that's right there.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy, like, and just the fact that the man shot a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
shot a child. Like, man, it's getting to the point to where motherfuckers is just, it ain't no boundaries to nothing.
Nah.
It's no limits. It's no, you know what I mean? It kind of like the public safety, man, is getting to where shit. What is public safety?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a person to, damn, like, says, you know, and some, even like gangbangers and, you know, motherfuckers in the mob and shit, they have certain rules.
A
you know
certain level of camaraderie where you don't cross that.
You don't mess with people, kids, you don't mess with people, you know, moms and elder, you know what I'm saying? There's certain shit that you don't do. And when you got people going out like that, man, that means there's no rules.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, man, that shit is crazy. But then another thing I heard was, he put his wife like in the floor and he killed her.
Yeah,
and put her
he killed
in the floor.
girlfriend. That's what started.
Yeah, the girlfriend. Yeah, it started with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So he killed and strangled the girlfriend, and then was pretty much just like, well, fuck, and just went crazy and started driving around and shooting people. And then once the police were onto him, that's when he went to the school.
That shit.
I mean, it's fucking super close to home outside of the fact of location and geography for me, because I have children. And my children are 5 years old, 6 years old, you know, like I have that age group, and to think that my child could have been in that situation, my child doesn't know what to do. My kid doesn't know when to run, when to duck, when to hide. We haven't gone over those things.
Right.
And the unfortunate reality of where we stand today is that these are things you will have to discuss with your children.
Yeah.
If you are gonna go somewhere in public today's day and age, your kids need to know what the fuck they need to do.
Yeah.
And
Point blank period, because either they're gonna die and you're gonna fucking live with that guilt, or you're gonna be trying to help them in that situation and y'all are both gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, man.
And that's all I'm thinking too, especially because like when they have nephews and stuff like that are in elementary school and stuff like that shit is like, yo, like that can easily happen. And just like you said, like a kid doesn't know when to duck or what's going on in certain situations like that. So it's like
They shouldn't.
And they shouldn't even
have to
that
live with
shouldn't even
that
be a reality to
Yeah,
them.
Exactly.
They shouldn't.
Exactly. On a lighter note, there's this. Not yet. There's a story that I read about. It was this lady named Diana Lovejoy, and she was married to this dude named Greg Mullivan Hill, whatever that was. I don't want to say his last name, but anyway, they got a divorce, and they were having a messy custody battle over her son. Well, she started taking shooting classes on gun range, and by this ex-Marine named Weldon McDavid Jr., this black dude, and she offered him 120 racks to kill the husband. So they set it up. They was like, yo, like, Greg, there's a package for you containing your ex-wife in such and such field, like in some field. Yeah. He took a colleague with him. They go out to the field, and the Marine ended up shooting the colleague in the armpit, and then they end up.
So this shit really went down.
It went down. And so they, of course, like, you know, she got arrested and he got arrested, and so she was in court and they got her on conspiracy and they read her her fucking guilty plea or whatever, and they were like, they gave her 25 to life and she fainted. She was,
Oh, okay, I did see that
she
shit.
fainted in court and they had to carry her out on the stretcher out of court, and they gave the other dude, they gave him 50 years, but he was saying, he was like, I was a marksman in the Marines. If I wanted to kill him, I would have killed him. So he was like, I don't know what is it.
So wait,
So he was pretty much saying, I didn't kill him purposely, I just shot him to try and do the job.
I just shot him for the bread.
I shot him for the bread. Because he didn't even shoot the guy that he was supposed to shoot. He shot a colleague. He didn't murder him. So none of them.
No, I know, but if you shoot somebody with a weapon, that's attempted
murder. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He got attempted murder and conspiracy.
Yeah.
But he was saying like
murder for hire.
Exactly.
There's some years.
His whole thing was trying to be like, well, I was a marksman in the Marines. Like, if I wanted to kill this dude, like I would have killed him.
You wasn't that good.
If you were a marksman in the Marines, you should have had a better conscience than to go out and kill somebody for some.
I don't know what it is for the
120
Marines.
racks.
I don't know what it is for the Marines, being a marksman. I know army-wise, marksman is the lowest class. Because marksman, sharpshooter, and expert. It might be different from the Marines. I don't know. No disrespect to them. But I'm just saying, it might not been a great shot.
You shoot somebody in the armpit.
You know who you shooting.
Cause that's like a motherfucker saying I can play basketball hella good, and then we get on the court and I beat him. He's like, nah, I wasn't even really trying to win like that because I know I'm hella good.
Exactly.
Like, nah, don't try to.
You know my resume.
Yeah, you know my resume. I was hella good.
Yeah,
Like,
they had that girl thinking that he about that life.
Right.
Exactly.
Most likely it wasn't about that life.
And thought he was gonna get that 120 racks and be off in the sunset.
But my thing is though, how could you think you was gonna get that 100? You can't. You shot a motherfucker in the open like that's. Man, I like damn. But for me, it's like, cause it's the second week in a row we're talking about a female trying to knock down you feel me, their significant other. I'm just like, God damn, what did he do?
That's what I'm saying.
What did he do?
Is it that serious?
No, what did
Nah.
Did you?
Nah.
Not to kill though.
Nah, not to kill somebody because you
Not to kill, bro.
you just sacrifice yourself
There should be
in
no
that
reason.
regard because like realistically like how many people is really getting away with murder these days?
Exactly.
And like especially when you involve additional parties, like if you maybe if you lured somebody out and nobody knew where you were at and some shit like that, you could get away with it.
Knock
When you
some shit down.
when you start involving other people, other people don't want to go to
Yeah,
jail. So when
hell
shit
no.
goes down, they're usually like, he did it, no, fuck
Yeah.
that, you know. So it's like not too many people is really getting away with shit
If
like
you
that.
gonna- yeah,
Especially
that's
not taking some woman's money like.
Nah, hell no. That's what I'm saying. It was
I don't know, the first one
was
is- that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It was
Like,
so sloppy. Like, what the fuck?
I would have needed like at least a meal ticket to risk my freedom like that. Like 20, because look, this is the way I look at it. 25 to life. So I'm doing at least 25 years on the low end of it. 25 years from now, I would be like 53 years old, 52 years old.
Actually, no.
But not really though. Like, so all right. So think about this, guys.
Depends on how you live it.
So think about this. So people go somewhere for 4 years for the military, for college, wherever it might be, and think about what happens in that 4 years.
Right.
And if you were to just sit in this fucking chair for 4 years, and then you just woke up, and we were like, I'm sorry, I'm not sitting here still doing power circle. This shit's bigger than this. We own a building.
Right.
This is our building now, and our kitchen over there. Like, it's no more fuck shit, you know. So it's like, I feel like for me to want to stunt my life to that extent, like more than 30 days, you better throw me some bread. Because anything over 30 days, I've been in jail for a night and was like, all right, I ain't cut out for this shit.
Yeah.
So you want to put me in there for 25 years?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Smelling somebody's shit, shower, all that.
Yeah.
Somebody tells me when I get to breathe, when I get to eat a bologna sandwich. Fuck that noise.
Let me tell you, I'm a special breed. Most military vets ain't shit. So it's just like, she just, I mean, it's a bad luck of the draw, that's what she got. Probably some dude who was at the range at the time.
Nah, he was
what
a
I'm
teacher.
saying.
He was a teacher.
Was he her teacher or a teacher?
But
No,
see-
he was like a teacher like that was there, I guess, and like her teacher. So that's how like, they got
But
close.
see, man, if you bring it,
Either way, is what
all,
I'm saying. Like, a lot of
Still.
people who get out the military, they don't the smart people, we don't want nothing to do with the milk. We don't want nothing to do. You ain't gonna see us at the range. You ain't gonna see us teaching. Most. Some maybe. I'm just saying.
I just
He
feel
probably
like,
wasn't that bright.
Yeah.
well, what I think it was
Right.
though, I think it was what you saying about him being just, you know what I'm saying, just some cat trying to live through his yesteryears or whatever. But I also think it might have been a situation where she, you know, she having problems, with at home with whoever she with. She see this cat, he looked like he doing something. If he was in the army or whatever, his body might have been right, he might have been cool. And so, you know, she might have felt like he was this, I guess she was a damsel in distress. And
That's what I was just gonna say. What story did she feed this man?
Right.
What if she was like, yo, he beat
That's
me?
what I'm saying.
You know, this, that, the other.
It take a lot for a motherfucker to say, all right, I'm finna
I'm about to
shoot
murder this man
motherfucker.
for you.
I'm
I'm not even with you, but I'm gonna go kill your man. Like,
And
come
I mean,
on.
I personally feel like they had some shit going on.
They probably did.
They had to have.
Because-
you're not that emotionally attached, you're willing to go kill somebody
Not to
for
shoot
somebody
them,
else
yeah.
that you're just training how to
But
shoot
then
them.
again, too, though, you
Like,
think
bitch,
about
no, I'm gonna keep showing you how to shoot him, then you go kill that
Kill that
motherfucker.
motherfucker, yeah.
And I don't wanna know that I
That shit
had
ain't
any
got
part
no
of
shit.
it.
But I mean, devil's advocate, you think about it though. Like, we don't know his financial situation. Somebody tell you 120. Yeah, for us, logical, we like, nah, hell no.
No,
For
fuck that.
If somebody saying, yo, I'm gonna give you 120 racks on the table in cash, and you see that shit, they're like,
No taxes,
no tax. 120 racks.
I ain't gonna lie, I might have to hit a motherfucker one time for
For 100.
But I
Think about it.
just straight up
Let me tell you.
just 120, just nothing, no tax, no nothing.
That
In
money's
briefcase,
gone
waiting
so
for you.
I might have to hit somebody with that. You saying that, but when you ain't got shit though,
He
he
got
might
shit,
not
and like
have
you
shit.
But I'm saying like no kids, you buy 120 racks.
You might not have.
Dog, I had $100,000
That's what I'm
before,
saying.
and it's
You
not
have
worth.
kids, though, too.
I'm just saying, it's still not worth fucking life.
Alright. We're gonna talk about our favorite topic. What is it, Tim?
Oh man, oh man, ladies, oh man, I love you so much, oh man.
Hey, why I had a drink for you?
Oh man, oh man.
So, do you think that physical cheating hurts more or emotional cheating hurts more?
Quick, I need a quick. What the fuck is emotional cheating? Somebody please help me understand.
It's like texting a bitch. You didn't go fuck her, but she found out that you was texting this bitch and you was having some side conversation. You was interacting and putting a little bit of your energy into somebody else.
Like a
elsewhere.
full mental connection, like the girl, like y'all like you, like you like me, like we like each other, like it's far beyond that. Like it's deeper than that. Like when Jay-Z had with the mistress, he didn't physically cheat on me. Y'all say he just had physical.
Oh, he was just talking to the bitch. I thought
I got it.
she boozy as fuck. She acted like he actually fucked the bitch.
Nah, she even said it. She was like, yeah.
But it depends on what you saying though.
That's what I'm saying.
But do it hurt more than physical? Hell no, it don't hurt more than physical cheating.
No.
Motherfucker actually fucking the dog shit out your girlfriend.
But
Motherfucker text her and say, I'm finna fuck the dog shit out you. That's totally different.
what if she's like, yo?
That's totally
But
different.
what if she's like, yo, I love Dimitri over here, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's telling me that ain't gonna hurt you more than her being like, yo, I'm letting him hit.
Hell no, they gonna hurt me more. Fuck Dimitri. I don't give a fuck about no Dimitri. Long as he don't fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can love the nigga all you want. Long as he don't fuck. Long as he didn't hit. So because listen, you gotta think about it like this though. You gotta think,
No, it's a fucking no.
how's it a no? Please tell me.
We're not talking about. We talking about the grand scheme of things. If the girl you was in love with was texting some dude, lovey-dovey stuff, you gonna be heated. Whether or not they having sex or not.
So you said you'd be more
No,
heated
I'm not
when
saying
he
me.
put his whole dick in her? You're drunk. You're fucking drunk.
I'm saying you.
No, I'm saying you. I'm talking about you. You telling me you'd much rather somebody put their actual dick in her than them just saying, hey, I'm gonna put my dick in you.
I'm not-
You're drunk.
Tim, I'm not talking about me.
Why you talking about? I'm telling you what I'd much rather have.
I'm just saying.
So what would you rather have, Tank?
I don't do love.
But no,
I'm saying
you don't do it.
Think
if I'm in a relationship, personally, myself, if I'm in a relationship, not like in love, but if I'm in a relationship, if a girl has sex with a dude,
Compared to emotionally getting attached to a dude.
either way I'm leaving. So I'm speaking for the other dudes that I know personally. Because me, either way, I'm skedaddling. Baby, you done messed up. That's just me. That's just me.
Take talk your shit.
That's just me though.
Somebody that you fuck with, like this is your girlfriend, like this is like somebody that you public with, like you choosing to be like, yo, this is the person, my equivalent to me that you stepping out with. Is it gonna hurt you more if they fuck somebody and be like, it don't matter because I just fucked them, or is it like, yo, the same feelings that I fucking have for you, I got it for that motherfucker too?
I think you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, we definitely have that.
Because I'm just a
Alright,
dog.
so my opinion, either way, it's gonna hurt. Because the reality is whether it's sexually invested or it's emotionally invested, they're both gonna hurt in their own way. Because if you fuck someone else, then obviously it's just like, you know, heartbroken and shit. But when you got the audacity to like do the extra shit, the text messages back and forth and all that, you're more invested than just fucking real quick and getting on out with it. You building it up. You're building this alternate reality of what this could be. And like, I think that when you really look at it, I think that that's more fucked up than if you were to just hit. But it's like, the reality of it is like, that, yeah, I kind of feel like the texting and everything is fucked.
I want to touch on what Chris was saying. Chris, not fuck with you, but I don't agree with what you're saying.
Alright.
Just because.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Because a lot of cats bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of cats, and I know cats that will tell a female, and I done been in that situation before. I done told a female damn near whatever I felt like saying at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just kind of go along, you going with the flow type shit. That don't mean you actually invested in that chick. So just because a motherfucker is saying something, that don't mean that that's how they feel deep in their heart. People lie all the time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like it could, like what you're saying, it could very well be that. It could very well be what you're saying, but I feel like a lot of times people be playing a role and people always have that backup plan just in case. So I don't really trust what motherfuckers be talking about, like, because like I see it all the time. Like we see females post up with their man, they post their man on Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. Me and my babe, I love you so much, this and that. And then you see her go out and she all over the next cat.
The people that do all the extra lovey-dovey shit are usually the ones that are out doing the dirt.
Well,
they're doing that to cover the bases and make sure that we straight. Everybody on the outside thinks that we good, and most of the time it's both of them that's fucking around, and that they just trying to have that facade. Like, no, it ain't fucked up over here.
Right, exactly. But
I gotta cut you.
No, you good. But my thing is, if he actually hit though, like he actually,
There's a physical barrier.
That's the real
like
question.
he actually, we talk about in love, bro.
He grieves your shit like.
See, but my thing is, it could have been the weakest sex she ever had in her life. But in your mind,
Oh, it was like
he gave her the best shit because you trying to figure out why is my chick allowing this cat to do this while she's with me.
And honestly, what a lot of that is there is something that you wasn't giving her. I'm just saying, but that's like what a lot of women, when they cheat, that's why I said that was because you emotionally didn't do something for her that it wasn't like physical type of thing, like, yo, I'm not, like he didn't do, no, it's all emotionally something that
Alright, see that when you say it like that damn near make it worse though.
That's what I'm saying.
When you say it like that makes the shit worse.
Let me say. Some dudes got a lot of game. It's not their fault. They just do. And sometimes a girl, maybe she's physically and emotionally invested, but it's like, if you get a dude who got the right mouthpiece and talking to her this kind of way, making her feel sweet, and maybe y'all been dating for like 7 months and that player's kind of gone, and he coming in talking that stuff she like.
I do agree with that.
No, I agree with that too.
It's gonna happen. So it's like, how you feel about it? You feel like somebody, probably not me, but somebody probably gonna feel like I fucked up. Like in some way I fucked up. If my girl, because I'll never blame the dude. In my way,
I'm never blame the dude because like
I messed up because I let somebody else come in and take what was mine.
But there is like good dudes that still get jobs.
that's true. There is.
Oh,
Sometimes, all right. So is there something too good of a dude? You know, where there's just like she just like this was.
Yeah,
I think so.
There
I
is.
think so.
I've had a bunch of girls tell me like they always hear the classic line that girls say. It pisses me off. I hear it. They be like, "Oh, I just want a good guy." Y'all ladies, I want a good guy. No, y'all be fucking lying because y'all want a motherfucker that's like, I'm not trying to throw myself out there, but y'all motherfuckers be like, oh, like me. That's just like, yo, like, kind of just like, do your fuck. Like, it's like ain't
So
shit.
they want the ones just like
Ain't
you.
shit. Ain't
They
shit.
want you. You ain't shit. Wow, that's crazy. I never heard that. Wow.
Like Tim, you ain't shit.
Whoa, chill, bro.
Fuck
chill,
Tim.
bro.
Fuck Tim.
But this is. But I do agree though.
But no, they want the dude that's like the bad guy per se. That's unattainable, whatever. That's, you know what I'm saying. Like, let's bad name.
I'll just put it like this: you rarely see dudes who ain't shit getting dogged out by chicks.
Exactly.
You usually only see the nice guys getting dogged out by chicks.
Exactly.
You rarely see a dude who got hella girls and doing this getting dogged out too. It's
Exactly.
usually if the dude who ain't shit, it got some chick that's down for him and she doing whatever.
Yeah.
It's usually the dudes who doing all the shit that they say you're supposed to do in a
You know
relationship.
what it is?
And them the ones that
They
get dogged.
making the good dude the villain. They making them monsters.
That's true. That's what they're doing.
They turn a good dude
to a bad.
to a savage.
Exactly. And on art, so we're gonna touch on another topic. This came up. How do you feel about if you're dating a female as a black male and she feels she's comfortable with you enough, comfortable with you in every single word of the sense, and she's dropping the N-word.
Nope, baby. Let me tell you.
And she's not black.
Oh yeah, I'm tracking what you're saying.
He knew the context.
I'm tracking what you're saying. Baby, listen, don't ever feel the need, like you can say the N-word. If you don't hear me say it, just don't say it.
But if she do hear you say
Yeah, but if she is hearing you
If you
say
hear me say it, still don't say it. Cause just don't say it.
Wait, so
With me, I don't know about every other black dude you mess with. Maybe they a bunch of square bears, little suckers, I don't know. But get what? Little white girl from the suburbs, because that's what I tend to mess with. 10 out of 10.
talk your shit, Tank.
Most of the time,
Talk your shit.
don't say it, because you don't know what it means. I'm saying it because I grew up in it. I can't help but to say it. But you don't say it, just don't say it. It's smart for you not to say it. And if your boyfriend black and you're around me and you feel like you need to say it, don't say it, because I'm going to cuss you out. And I hate for that.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, man. For me, it depends on where I'm at with it, because I done been in both situations. I done been in situations where chicks said it and chicks didn't say it. You know what I mean? And for me, it depends on how I feel. If it's just some chick that I'm just knocking down, you could damn near say whatever you want, to be honest with you, because I'm not, we not in that level, because I was always taught you can't get involved without all the way getting involved. And if a chick see you taking the time out to educate her on that type of shit, she gonna feel like you more invested than you might actually wanna be. So for me, I'm not gonna put that time in to educate you, because I don't even think that I'm gonna be around you that long. I don't even think that this is even gonna go anywhere. So that's on whoever you end up with, because you may end up with a cat that's okay with you saying that. And my thing is, man, who am I to stop you? And it's just a word. But now if you my chick, if we together, we checking that. We checking that first. And I've done it, you know what I mean? And you can, you check my track record of whoever I've been with. I check that at the door. Yeah. And my thing is, you gotta set those ground rules first, though. You can't be with somebody and then, they saying that when you meet them and you don't say nothing, and then 6 to 8 months, then I don't like that you said it. I'm like, motherfucker, you done accepted them already. So I feel like cats be putting themselves in a hole by not checking that shit in the beginning, because they feel like, oh well, I don't know, I like her and I don't want to mess it up.
So they suckers.
Yeah, I'm a different type of situation than that.
But I'm saying they suckers, if you can't address it at the door, You a sucker.
And it ain't even gotta be the N word though. It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. I feel like as a man, when you get with a woman, and even as a woman, when you get with a man, you gotta check certain shit at the door. You gotta check certain shit. That's how y'all build your foundation. A lot of motherfuckers' relationships don't work out because their foundation was rocky from jump.
Well, and you're intertwining lifestyle.
Right. And I feel like
Completely different habits.
if you got two people that's not willing to compromise from jump, then y'all damn near probably ain't gonna work anyway.
Yeah.
That concludes another great episode of the Power Circle. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and everybody just watching us, whether you're on live, you viewing this video, commenting, liking. Please subscribe, y'all. Don't play us on the subscribes, please. Subscribe to us, y'all.
Holla at us.
And if
And
y'all
throw some comments in there. Let us
Yeah,
know
like
what we
some
can
comments.
work on. Let us know what we should talk about. We're here for you guys.
here for the
at
people,
the end of the day.
as a male's perspective. And just thank you guys for the constant support, those of y'all that do support us. Social medias, follow us there. Y'all know where to find us.
Much love,
Until
man.
next week, we will see y'all next week. Cheers to the Power Circle, y'all.
Cheers.
Let me throw my
Hey,
situation.
come
Hold
on,
up
come
there, throw
on.
that
Bring
in.
it together. Bring it, Tank. Bring it
Right
in.
on.
Right on the tank.
Fair enough.